I'm from Canada. I've been living the last 5 years in Miami. And this would be my third Olympia this year. I came here like 10 days ago. It's much better for me to be here in Venice so I can do my photo shoot with all the photographer, and normally I can focus more as I'm getting close to the show than being in Miami and know that I'll have to travel maybe a couple days before the show. So I came almost 3 weeks out, and it's been helping me a lot just to focus on my contest and being able to do the photo shoot before rather than do them after the Olympia. It's pretty much the same preparation, except that last year I was ready a little bit too early. I was in top condition like 3 weeks out of my show. So that's why, because I started the diet about 12 weeks out last year, which was too long for me. Normally I don't go too high off season. My body fat stay around 10%. So this year what I did, I started dieting only 7 weeks out, which is not too long, but it worked pretty good for me. I'm almost the same condition I was last year at the same time, 2-3 weeks out. And I'm a little bit fuller, so I'm not going to do the same mistake. I did a couple of mistakes last year, getting ready too early. I started eating more carbs, trying to fill up the last 2 weeks, but it just made me retain water as I was getting closer to the show. So this year, I'm just going to continue what I'm doing right now for another week at least, and then the last couple of days I eat a little bit more carbs, but not as much as I used to. I want to try to keep my waist line a bit smaller this year. But that was another mistake that I did before, like getting ready for a show and training too hard the last couple of weeks, and you just get burnt out. And then the day of the contest, like your body is not responding. You feel you're flat. You feel you don't get a pump backstage. You're just exhausted. So now this year, the last 3 weeks, I'm still training hard, but I try to split my training time. I train like for 35 minutes in the morning and another 35 minutes at night. And I try to not do as much cardio as I used to. I used to do an hour a day the last 3 weeks. Now I'm doing only 30 minutes. And I feel that I recuperate much more. And my body is not tired like I used to be. So I think for the day of the show, it's going to show that I'm not exhausted on stage, because you need a lot of energy for that. The posing, the prejudgment is really hard. If you're not in your top condition, I mean, you're not at your best, you're tired, exhausted from your workout, you're not going to do well on stage. All you did before is going to be a waste. And my diet didn't change much from last year. It's a lot of fish, a lot of chicken. I still eat red meat at least 3 times a week. And the main difference is that I'm not going to go crazy on carbing up this year. And I'm not going to increase my carb now because my condition is very good. And last year, everybody were telling me 3 weeks out, you're ready, you can go on stage tomorrow. So it kind of play with my head a little bit, and I started eating more carbs, thinking that my body will respond and the muscle will just get bigger. But I just started holding water. It didn't do me any good. So I'm gonna stay with my plan this year. Try to go as tight as I can with a smaller waist. I don't play with my sodium too much. I keep the sodium intake up till 5 days out to the show. Not eating too much, but I try to eat at least just enough to that I don't have any cramping or any problem working out. Because I find out when your sodium is too low, sometimes you can tear a muscle because you need the sodium for the contraction. You dehydrate too early, you have no sodium, you're going to hurt yourself. And it's not worth it. You need the energy to train with the sodium. Well, I do that like from the Monday to the show, I'm going to start cutting my sodium to almost nothing. And normally the morning of the show, I start eating a bit of sodium. Because if you go with completely without sodium, you're going to have a flat look on stage. You're not going to get a good pump. You need the sodium just to pump, to be more vascular, to get a good pump. You need that sodium. Yeah, that was the remark I was getting from a lot of people, that I always present a very good physique, but my posing was not the best, so I don't know how to show the best of my physique. And this is true, because I think at that level at Olimpia, if you don't know how to show your physique, right away from the start, you're out of the top 10, because they make their mind of the first look they see of the guy on stage. And if you're not your best, you don't show your posing at your best, you minimize your chance have a good placing. So that's what I asked this year Milos to help me out, because I think he's one of the guys who he did almost 70 show, and it was always one of his strong points, the posing. The guy knew how to show his physique, knew how to look good all the time on stage. He told me himself that he could really help me a lot this year, and that I can show my physique a lot better than I did in the past. The training and the food and supplement and everything, I'm pretty much confident with what I did before, because I know how to bring my physique in condition. It was mainly my posing that was lacking. I knew it, but I never had somebody to, in Florida, I couldn't find anyone that could help me really good there. And that's another reason why I came early. I came 3 weeks out so I can work with Milos on the posing the last couple of days. He gave me a lot of good pointers, and did a couple of change in my compulsory, which make a big difference. I think people will see a different cloud when they see me on stage this year. I know it's going to be a strong show like last year, even though Jay Cutler's not there, Sean Ray's not there. You got Flex coming back, and a couple of new guys that they probably have a good chance to be in the top 10. So it's going to be another tough show. But who knows? Anything can happen. You know, the day of the show, that's what everything happens. If you're in shape, the day of the show, you can place good. You can be in good shape 3 weeks out, like I did last year, and mess up the last couple of days, and then you will just do an appearance without placing good. So I don't know. I'm hoping to be in the top 10, but who knows what can happen. I'm going to try my best and see what happens. I'm just happy to be there. It's my third Olympia. It was my dream to be there once at least, and I did it 3 times. So I think it's a good achievement just to be there. Right now I'm about 234. I'm 5'7". I think last year at this time I was like 228. So I think I'm a little bit fuller, mostly in the upper body. I think chest and arm, I got a little bit more size. I'd be probably the most body fat, the same body fat as last year. Good condition, but I think people are going to see that I did a lot of improvement since last year. I just want to thank all the fans. I received a lot of email recently wishing me good luck. And when I came down here to Los Angeles, many people came up to me and they say good luck with Olimpia and everything. It's always nice to feel that people care about you. I wish I can show the best so they can be proud of me.
off from the Olimpia and pretty depleted right now, but we're gonna get a shoulder workout out in that anyways. So let me introduce you to my training partners. As everybody knows, Tom Prince I've been training with, but he's out sick right now. I think he's just camera shy myself. But I got a couple of young guns here, my training partners. This is Big Dave Pruitt, gonna be one of the young up-and-comers here. And Chris Cook, another guy coming up the ranks. Look out for these two guys to be on the Olympia stage probably in the next, I don't know, what, 2-3 years?
Next year, baby.
Next year, why not? So
1 year.
we'll try to get some workout in here and let's pump it up a little bit. My name is Bob Ciccarello. I just turned pro about 2 years ago. I'm from New York originally and making my way out here in Los Angeles now for about the last year. Geez, I've been training for a total, this will be my 24th year of training now. I broke into the amateurs back in '87 and it took me until 2000 to actually turn pro. So I don't have your kind of overnight success story, but I guess it could be you know, viewed as a lesson in not giving up. But you know, it was always my goal to make it to the Olympia, and I made that dream come true this year, qualifying at the Southwest Texas show and the Night of the Champions with 2 runner-ups. And so, you know, I'm just ecstatic to be in the Olympia finally and realizing my dream. And I intend to make the best of it. You know, I'm not going there and, you know, just going to be happy to be there, you know, and, you know, that type of thing. So I'm going to be there and I'm going to be fighting for, you know, to get as high as I can up on that ladder. So. Depletion stuff sucks. Thanks, Chad. I'm 6 foot tall even. Weight right now is probably around the 250 to 255 range. It kind of fluctuates. We've been looking to come in at about 250. When I say we, I'm talking about Chad Nichols, obviously one of the top nutritionalists in the world, and my training partner, Tom Prince. So we're looking to bring me in right about 250 and about 15 to 20% drier and harder looking than the Night of the Champions. So if we can get that done, I think we'll have a good shot at breaking into that top 6.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Come on. Come on. Ah. Go. Oh.
You said this stuff was easy.
Pretty much, unlike a lot of bodybuilders, my weight doesn't fluctuate and vary a whole lot. My weight will go anywhere from where it is now at about 255 to maybe top end about 280. That's for a few reasons. One, my body's natural tendency is to not put on a whole lot of weight. Two, I do, you know, I do some acting and some commercial work, and for that you almost need to be leaner, or you'll just look too bulky on the screen, and that helps. Plus, I do a lot of appearances for GNC, you know, my sponsoring company, and I just think it's good promotion and good for the business, you know, to show up at these competitions and looking like a bodybuilder. I think everybody realizes you're not going to be in contest shape, but I think you can represent yourself and your company well by, you know, being in a little bit better condition, and that seems to go a long way with the industry.
Week left. Down to my last notch. That's it, Mitch. No more. Stay right with me on the reps, Dave. No? What? Stay right with me on the reps. No? Let the bar keep moving. Whew. Go, get big.
Yep. Boom. Yeah. Shoo. Shoo. Hey. Oh. Ah. Shh.
Push, push.
Yep. Shh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Training, what we did this year isn't a whole lot different. One thing we did do is we cut down on the amount of sets, especially right about this time, you know, anywhere from 3 weeks out into the show. Where in the old days we used to kind of beat ourselves into the ground with doing more sets and more cable work and you know, no days off. I think now we're a little smarter than that. The body needs rest, it needs to recuperate, especially now when you're not getting the calories in and you may not necessarily have a lot of carbohydrates coming in at this period. So it's a good time to really kind of take the other approach and back off the training a little bit. Don't beat yourself into the ground. This way when you show up on the stage, you don't have that you know, beat, emaciated look, and you have a nice, strong, healthy appearance. And I think that's going to pay off in dividends in another week.
Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
One. All the way up.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
That's my girl, Tiffany. Getting ready for the big O coming up next week. So my honey comes will make sure I'm doing everything right and busting my ass.
Cooking his chicken.
Cooking the chicken.
Alright, see you later.
One of the reasons amongst the bodybuilding that I decided to move out to the West Coast is I've always had an interest in doing movie work, acting work, commercials, things like that. And definitely there's way more opportunity here than back on the East Coast. And so far it's been pretty good. I've done a few commercials, one being a GMC Chevy truck commercial this year, which is national, so if anybody sees it out there, that's me in there. And I did a couple of small movies that should be coming out probably in the fall, maybe the next 2 to 3 months. And it's a nice foot in the door, and who knows, you know, if there's any you know, producers out there watching this tape, you know, let's do a modern day Hercules or something like that. Can't be any worse than Hercules in New York, that's for sure. You know, there's been a lot of great bodybuilders who have gone the movie route. Arnold obviously being the most notable, Lou Ferrigno, who's actually helped me out with some of my preparations, Ralph Moeller, you know, the list goes on and on. Roland Kickinger, Gunther's done quite a few things. And, you know, there is a market for this type of thing. And I think it's only going to get bigger and better, and I like to just be there and be prepared if it does come my way.
Go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Burns. Stuff ain't no fun when you're low carbon. You know what, Chris? It doesn't matter. Low carbs, high carbs, no carbs. The important thing is we'll be at the Olympia. T-minus a little more than a week. 8 days, baby. 8 days. Lightweight. It's all there.
Ouch! Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Time to pose.
Yeah, it's alright doing a shoot for air very well, so very good.
Beautiful, eh? Get the press another week.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Thanks,
No
man.
problem. See you.
I'd like to give a couple of special thanks out there for helping me out for my preparations and realizing my dream of making it to the Olympia stage. First and foremost, I'd like to thank, obviously, my family and friends for being there in my corner and supporting me all these years. They've been nothing but great to me and stuck with me through thick and thin. And now that we finally made it to the top, it's good that they're all going to be there in Vegas supporting me. And it means the world to me that they're going to be there. And it just makes the whole event that much greater. When you have people that you love that are there by your side. My girlfriend Tiffany Rumley's been nothing but fantastic and supportive, and I couldn't be prouder for her, not only putting up with me, but helping out in any way she can, from meal prep to assessing my physique. My training partner, Tom Prince, again, I couldn't have even been here without his help. He helped me get ready for the May shows, and even though he had a couple problems with having to get some knee surgery that kept him out of the Olympia this year, he stuck by me and made sure that I was at my best, going into this competition. And Chad Nichols, obviously, for his help, being my nutritional, guidance. He's hopefully the guy that's going to be dialing me in, making sure that I'm bone dry on game day, and giving me my best shot to place as high as I can against the best guys in the world. Again, there's just numerous people to thank, but those are some of my closest ones. And just looking forward to going there, experiencing the whole Olympia thing. I got a couple of buddies that are in the show, most notably being King. So it's going to be kind of fun. We haven't been on stage since '99 together. We were in the Nationals as amateurs. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And, may the best man finish on top. Hey, we'll still go out and get a bite to eat afterwards. You know that. So, I'll see everybody in Vegas, and hopefully I'll be in the money.
My name is Tommy Thorvaldsen. I'm from Norway, and today is 8 days to Mr. Olympia. It's the 11th of October, and we're gonna shoot back today. And I'm still gonna try to lift some heavy weights because I like to keep the density there. But first of all, I would like to thank Joe Wader, Reader Publication, for bringing me to America and help me so I can live here. I moved to Venice, California 1 month ago. And this has been my dream for over 12 years since I started to train. And I've been moving 14 times. I've been living in Norway, where I'm from, and moved to Birmingham, England. I worked 2 years for Durian and Yates. in Birmingham in his gym, Temple Gym. And I guess I learned a lot from him. And I've been living in Belgium and also in Holland. And now I'm here, so I'm very, very happy. And I also would like to thank Wayne DeMiller for helping me out now. He always takes care of me in the shows, booking the tickets and everything. So I can do what I like and live the lifestyle. Live the lifestyle of a real bodybuilder. Here in the Mecca, Gold's Gym.
We do about three warm-ups, then we go for 2 heavy sets.
Kom igen, kom igen.
Yep.
Push, push.
Let's do it.
Kom igen, Tommy, kom igen. Kom igen, kom igen. En till, kom igen.
Take it a little bit easier. You have to listen to your body, you know. It's 1 week out, so. But I need some heavy weight also.
My training is based on reader principles. I go heavy and I like to change my training. What I mean by changing my training, I use 4 sets, I use drop set, I use high intensity, and I do supersets sometimes. And I do that to shock my body into growth. But my basic training, what is basic, is usually 1 to 3 warm-up sets on the first exercise. And then I do 2 heavy sets. The following exercises I do is usually 1 warm-up, 2 heavy. But when it comes to arm, I've analyzed all the best bodybuilders who have good arms. Arms is not so much about heavy training. You need some heavy weight to get them big, but you also need to feel them. And after I start listening to that, to not train my ego on my arms with too much weight, my arms start growing. So I listen to Arnold and Lee Priest, they have very good arms, and Ronnie Coleman, and I follow those guys who have the best arms in the world. I follow those training principles they do.
3.
Kom igen.
VEZ.
Been traveling 14 times to get to Gold's Gym. Norway, England, Belgium and Holland. Never been more motivated.
Yeah, for me now, the last week is very important. Right now is 1 week and 1 day to the show, and I still have 2,000, 3,000 milligrams sodium in my food, salt. I have a sweetener, and I also have a little bit bread, low-carb bread, and I also eat frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt I have straight after training with some of the Varios supplements. The frozen yogurt I use for the sugar. So I enjoy it so much and I'm still in great shape. The only thing I do now, I hold water. But I know why. It's because those things like sweetener, a little bit extra salt. When I cut those things out, I will flush the water out. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will go low carb, about 200 grams. And for Thursday and Friday, I will carb up. So then when going low in the beginning of the week, I flush out some water. And when I carb up, all the water between the muscle and the skin will go into my muscle. So I look really full. And I look forward to see the results on Mr. Olympia.
Hey, what's up, Mitsuru? You better look for me this year. I'll be back.
Are you competing again?
Yeah, but not until next season.
Always in great shape.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just decided about a month ago,
Yeah.
to fully commit. Yeah, I'm ready to rock.
You're always good shape.
I'm ready to rock. You hear me? I will definitely be back this year at the Ironman, but first I'm going to put on some size first, so look out.
I'm going to do a little bit stricter now. This machine is very good. Thickness in the back. Need to stretch the muscle so it's room for more,
when I was training that I was sweating. And that's water comes out. And I guess, of course, I can lose a little bit more fat also to get that extra thin, paper thin look. So the skin is really thin. I have still 1 more week, so by fine tuning that last week, I will be ready.
You probably see that I'm sweating, and that's why I'm holding water. And I do it for a reason, because I have about 2,000, 3,000 milligrams of sodium, salt in my diet, and I also eat sugar, but straight after training. And I know what I'm doing with my nutrition. I have 20 competitions behind me, and I like to hold a little bit of water now, so I can train heavy. And I will probably drop about 10 pounds, 5 pounds next week when I cut out the sweetener, and I also cut out the salt in the end and cut down on the water. But that's why I can train heavy.
Right now I'm 270 pounds. My height is 5'10", and my contest weight will be on stage, I guess, 260, 65. What I learned from bodybuilding is how you look. Don't be too obsessed by the weight, and don't focus too much on yourself. Focus a little bit what's happening around you too, so you can enjoy your life.
Florian always told me, when the skin is like this, then you are in shape. And I'm still not there. So hopefully next week I'll be a little bit drier. I always listen to the champs, you know. I know what they're doing. Okay, I'll see you at Mr. Olimpia.
The fastest way. It seems like another two can keep it right. The left side's right at the line, and if you can see the cars that are driving good, the left side.
You feel like you're on the fucking Osbournes. Camera on my face. don't show them that. That's the secret. See, this is it, mates. Look, 10 years as a pro, 1 first place trophy. 2 years in car racing, 2 first place trophies. I don't know where the hell we are. How can I tell you where we are? I don't know where we are. This is like Lancaster in the high desert, 70 miles north of LA. Right here where I live is sort of the town's probably that way a couple of miles. This is more, you got a home or two around and some industrial stuff there, so it's pretty quiet. So it's pretty big. And over this way you got all the land in the backyard, which is pretty big. It's about 1.5 acres, so. This is the gym over here, the gym that Lee built. You can see I'm no fucking carpenter, but you put the door and windows on and that's where the secret gym is in there. That's where the action happens. That's where, sort of like, you know, Rocky IV in Russia. I'm in the hot shed. In summertime it was like 115 in there, getting ready for the San Francisco. Race fans, welcome. You got to be a race fan to train here. Just dumbbells to 120 right now. All the equipment is from PowerTech. Thanks to Ken at PowerTech who sent me out all the machines and weights and that. But we'll start on this machine. Have you seen one of these ones? This one? Get the banner, get the banner. Pro Spot. It's like a Smith machine, but 1,000 times better. So you got the action of a free weight bar. I feel like I'm doing a commercial. So the Smith machine locks you in, but this one you can do curls, barbell rows, squats. And all it has is this little sensor here. So when your hands touch it and you lift it up, it releases. So it's a bar, but if I was going, I let go, it just stops. So. No, I never go low carbs. It's like, I tried that once and didn't like it. So I think the lowest I probably go is 200 grams of carbs a day. I don't believe in going low carbs. I keep my carbs high and just do more cardio, so I find it easier that way rather than try and starve yourself and go that low carb route, which I find stupid. Pretty much just eat the same food right up until the show. I cut my water out the day before, but sometimes I might have higher carbs before the show just because the day before I might start eating junk food and stuff like that, so I guess I'd probably go higher carb, higher sugar and fat the day before the show because pretty much when you're in shape, it's not going to change. And I've had cheat days and the day after I look better. So normally the day before the show, I pretty much eat what I want and just, you know, go in the show the next day nice and full and a lot happier. I don't really have specifics. I might have steak and, you know, some chocolate. Then I might have some muffins and I might have some cake and rice and still have like diet food. But on top of that, I'll eat whatever I get a craving for. So, you know, when you're in that good a shape or you're in shape, you know, whatever you eat's not going to affect you the day before. That's why I always laugh when I hear people say they ate this or they ate that and they smoothed out. It's like, no, you know, pretty much if you eat something the day before, you're not going to smooth out. So, you know, they just weren't in shape to begin with. So it's just an excuse because how many times you see guys who are in shape or a bit flat, they eat what they want, then it's always a day or two later they look better. So if you're in shape, you can eat what you want the day before. It's not going to affect you. You know, I wouldn't go too much on the sodium, but, you know, a lot of food I eat does have sodium in it, but I'm not really drinking any fluid, so I'm not really going to hold too much water anyway, so that just always worked for me that way, so I stick to it. That's from Chris Lund, Flex Magazine. going super heavy, so sometimes really people complain that you don't go heavy, but 6 days before the Olympia I don't want an injury, so I'm not trying to prove anything today. That's just an excuse for them being weak. They use that as an excuse for being weak, and I hear that all the time when they're doing photo shoots. It's my low carb day, so I don't look as good today. That's just their excuse for looking like shit to begin with. It's like they've always got an excuse. Why? How many times, I'm sure you know, when you film them and photograph them, if you had $1 for every time someone said it's my low carb day, I'm not going heavy, or it's my low carb day, and you know, I don't look as good today, but you know, they're just all excuses. So you can think, okay, well maybe when he carbs up he'll look better, but you know, generally they don't. They look the same, just worse. Very smooth machine. Not really. Some people say, you know, after winning a pro show, it gives you a little bit of momentum. But, you know, to me, every show is just as important as the last one, the San Francisco, the Olympia. You know, they're all new, different shows, so I don't rely on how I did in the past show to carry me through on the next show. It's like, you know, I could look good at San Francisco and not as good at the Olympia, but, you know, I should come in looking as good, if not better, at the Olympia. So I just take each show separately. I don't really try and think, you know, from one to the other. Because I did well here, I'm going to do well there. So you have different competitors, different judges, different lineups. So each show is always different till itself. I just aim for the top 10, and like I said, if I get top 10, I'll be happy. And then if I get top 6, anything from there up will be a bonus. So I'm not one of these guys who's got my mind set on, you know, top 3, top 4, whatever. It's like, you know, I've done all I can do. I've done my best, and whatever I get on the day is what I get. So that's all I can do. Yeah. It's hard to say, you know, a lot of guys were chasing the size, but the only thing that got bigger was their stomachs or wherever they put the oil in their body, so it wasn't like their overall appearance got much better. Even though they weighed more, they didn't look any better for it. So I think a lot of guys, you know, they look good at one stage and they're really ripped and look great, but then they try and get too much weight and they lose it. So I just go in looking the best I can do. I'm not really playing a size game or a symmetry game. It's like I just train for me, and whatever my body can do, that's what it would do. So I'm not trying to beat somebody else or trying to match somebody else's shape or symmetry or size. It's just, you know, I just try and match whatever I had last time.
Where'd you go to school? Davis? No.
Yeah, I like it. You know, I train at home or I train at a gym occasionally as well. So it's like, you know, home's nice and quiet. No one bothers you. You can get in, get out, and do what you got to do. Sort of. I like it though. I've always liked the smaller gyms and stuff. I don't really need a lot of machines. I like a lot of basics, but you know, I've never. You know, it's nice and quiet, and like I said, I can just focus. No crazy music going on. So it's just, I don't know, nice and peaceful. It's closer to the fridge too when I'm finished training. So that's pretty good. I just signed with Twin Lab, on the, pretty much around the 1st is when we started talking, and it's all finalised now, so I'll be with Twin Lab for a couple of years, and they got a lot of new ideas coming out, because as you know, they used to be, you know, the leader in sports nutrition, and for a while they went mainstream and got away from it, but now they're coming back into the hardcore, heavy side of bodybuilding and weight training and stuff, fitness and weight loss. So they have a lot of good, great marketing things planned, and which I'm sure you'll see and hear of in the magazines and competitions coming out they're going to have going, and a lot of great ideas, new products coming out. So yeah, just keep a lookout for them, because they're going to do well again, and I think they'll go right to the top where they used to be. And like I said, with all the great ideas they got coming out and the great competition they're going to have, you know, be a pro for a year where the winner will get a year's contract with Twin Labs. So it's going to be really good, and I'll be there to oversee it, and they're going to break it down and pick people to win, and it's going to be a really great thing. So I think it'll work out really well. Same as any other week. Training, cardio. My last training day will probably be Thursday, probably Friday. I'll still maybe do just a little bit of cardio that morning, just, you know, so to break the boredom and fill the time and then go to the expo. But up until Thursday, I'll still just, any other day, just get up, do cardio, train, do cardio again, train. So I don't really change anything. Come Wednesday night, start putting tan on, but that's about it. But pretty much the same. I don't change anything. I always find if you start making drastic changes the last week or two is when you start messing things up. It's like if your body's ready and you're looking contest shape 2 or 3 weeks out, there's no need to change your food or how you look. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes people think they've got to change their diet or this and that to make them look that little bit harder, but, you know, throws the body out of whack because it's not used to whatever you're doing to change it so abruptly. So, you know, if you look good, like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just going to stick to doing what I'm doing, and hopefully it's good enough. This off season I only went to like 240 was probably the most I went to, so I sort of stayed lighter compared to what I normally am. And, you know, dieting down, I didn't really like it. It took me just the same amount of time to get in shape. So I think next time I'm just going to eat and get heavy again. I sort of stayed away from some foods that I normally eat, and it wasn't much fun. So, you know, I'd rather do what I do. I know works best for me, get heavier, eat what I want to eat, then come contest time, I look forward to the cardio and that. And like I said, whether I'm 280 or 230, I still lose the weight just the same, just as quick. So to me, it doesn't make any difference. I'd rather, like I said, be heavier, have fun, eat what I want to eat, do what I've got to do, and rather than, like I said, this time I watched what I ate a bit and did a bit of cardio in the off season. So when it came time to get ready for a show, it's like, man, it feels like I've been dieting the whole time doing cardio. So after the Olympia and the GNC show, I'll probably just take some time off and maybe concentrate on just the Olympia next year and the European shows and the GNC show again, just do the 5 shows at the end of the year and just take those months off to put some size back on and do what I'm best known for doing, and that's eating, getting fat and being happy. Yeah, I got another car race coming up in May next year, so, you know, I like doing the racing in the off season. Sometimes it's hard to do preparing for shows, but we just won another race 3 weeks ago, and that was sort of hard to do. It's like I was training and dieting while we're out there in the middle of Vegas, getting ready for the open road race, Greg Smith and I. So, you know, Greg and I are going to do the race again in May, and, you know, I like doing that type of stuff. So if anything came of it, you know, it would be good, but it's not something I'm really pursuing type thing. So, you know, if, you know, things fall into place and something happened and I got into it, that'd be good too. But I still do bodybuilding, you know, to be the #1 thing, and that's just like a thing on the side to do, just to, you know, get away from the gym for a while and just have something different to do outside the gym. And like I said, it gets addictive, and, you know, I like speed, and I just like the skill involved in the driving and stuff like that. So it's a good breakaway to get away from it, and like I said, it's fun. You know, Sunday I got to go to the gym because I got a seminar, but so Sunday I'll probably take the day off just for the seminar, and I'll probably eat what I want that day, but come Monday I'll be back in the gym again. So same as the GNC show, the day after that I got a training thing where I got to train legs the day after, like that time in New York after Night of Champions we went and done legs the very next day. So to me it's just another day. When the contest is over, I go train. You know, sometimes if I had more time I'd train on the day of the contest. It wouldn't bother me. So, you know, to me it's just another day. If you're in shape, you're in shape, and, you know, after the contest I'd go to the gym and train, wouldn't bother me. But the problem is you got all the tan on and stuff like that, would run and make a mess. But, you know, I just enjoy the training all the time, so I've never really taken a lot of time off. I think, you know, probably almost a week is the most in total in one time I've taken off, but I might take a day here, a day there, but never really taken any long time off training. So. I think that's about 8 minutes. That's it.
Okay, this year you missed a date. We're a day late, so it's 6 days out. Even more depleted than all the other years. I'm not very vocal this time because my carbs is really, really low. So there won't be much heavyweight today. Since I changed my training strategy, I'm not training as heavy as I usually do, you know, close to the show. So don't expect me to lift no heavy, crazy ass weight. Okay, I'm just trying to cruise in now into the Olympia. Usually I'm always like a week or 10 days ahead of time. This year my strategy was not to be ahead, but also not to be behind. That way I won't lose an extra week coming into the next week's show, where a lot of people complain that I lose too much weight. So basically all I want to do is just drop the last 3 to 4 pounds of water the next 6 days, and I should be good to go. My weight today is, actually I don't even know, but you might want to just step on the scale right here. I hope this one works. $255, a little over $255. Take the clothes off, probably, oops. Okay, 256 with clothes. It's about 254, 253. So I should be coming in, who knows? Who knows? Oh, by the way, I have a friend here from Italy. This is Enrico from Italy. He'll be spotting me this workout. And his lovely fiance. And we have Johnny. You probably recognize him. He was wearing one of my shirts. I need to warm up a little longer here. Year round hot, it's always, I mean, the coldest weather over there would probably be early in the morning, probably around 80. That's cold. That's probably the coldest. 9 o'clock when I train, sometimes it's already 90 degrees. Year round, yeah. So I'm not used to this. It's always hot. I come here early, to adjust to the weather. The mistake I did earlier this year, I came in too late, a week out. The Ironman, first thing that happened, I got sick, caught the flu, so had to pull out the Ironman. I couldn't catch up, for the Arnold, so I came in too heavy. Was way off, paid the price, went home mad, so that's why I said I'm gonna have to change a few things for the Olympia this year. And I didn't post any pictures this year because I was always being prejudged by a lot of fans, a lot of people, by looking at the pictures on my website. And so this year I didn't post any pictures because I want everybody to see the changes by the time I step on stage. And I think this is going to be better. So if this doesn't work, then I don't know. I might start playing golf and challenge Tiger Woods or something. That'd be a good idea too. You get paid. Hey! 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 Come on! Yeah. Johnny. Told you what to do. Don't let me die, man. You let me die. Come on. Let's take 2 off. They're letting me die, man. I need to train my spotters better. Function.
that was ready.
That's when you get 2 spotters from 2 different countries. It's actually my last day of training. Not really last day of training, but from tomorrow, the next 3 days, all I do is just full body workouts. So this is my last chest day, biceps and triceps tonight, and then I'm basically done. Stop my cardio. Last year I was doing cardio till probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Stopped that too. So it's just a matter of dialing it in for next Saturday. Okay. Anything between 75 and 150, all depends on the day. It's pretty low for me. For being usually a carb addicted person that eats up to, I don't know, way over 1,000 grams of carbs a day. Off season, I just love to eat. So that's why it was kind of hard for me this year to change my diet. But in order to make changes, you gotta bite the sour apple. And I said to myself, I said, this is the year where you have to show everybody that you can put it all together. So that's what I'm trying to do. I know there's a lot of haters out there. I don't even want to call them haters. I don't mean that, who knows if they're hating or not. It's just that they think you're not good enough, or a lot of people think I rely too much on other people. It's not necessarily other people that tell me what to do. It all comes down to myself. I'm the one who makes a final decision. You know, just because I ask 3 people doesn't necessarily mean that I do 3 different things. It's just that I like to learn and like to get other people's opinions and things from people that I think they've been around long enough to know, what they're doing. So I like to hear what they do, and that's it. What I'm doing at the end is basically what I want to do, not what I should do. I mean, basically what I want to do, not what people tell me to do. So I'm never trying to blame anybody but myself for my own shortcomings. And this year's the same thing. It's just that I changed a few things. I changed my training, changed my diet. I wanted to bring down the waist. So people think, every time somebody comes in with this tender belly, they think they call it roid guts, GH guts, ha. This is not even funny, If they would see what amount of food we put in, they would understand where this bloated image come from. But this is what I'm not going to do this year. So, and it really worked to my advantage. I don't eat as much. I won't load as much. I won't deplete as much. So I'm just basically where I'm at right now. Just take off the water. This is where I want to be. Somewhere in the upper 40s, 50, lower 50s, upper 40s, just around somewhere 250s. I think this is where I'm going to be with a fuller look. And beware when I put it all together. I just tell everybody beware, because then you're all going to be in for a surprise. I know all these guys are hoping, please God, let them mess up and come in off. Please let them mess up. I'm praying to God this time, please let me put it all together just once. Shut some mouth up. weighs different. Cut out the sodium in 3 days. Start filling up. Start carb loading. It's all going to fill up, especially around here, the legs. Try this outside in the light. See you next week.
Let's go. They're ready to rumble.
It's Ouro. What up, babe?
Full carbon, the whole deal?
You know how it is. Like,
Yes, I do.
today, actually, it's not today. Yesterday was the
Yeah, no, mine starts today, so be kind of bringing it down. So, it's all right, pump it up. Look at this guy, huh? Great hair.
I know. It's a couple days more. Right now I work out with Charles. I have to find him.
Hey, my name is Charles Glass, and I'm a personal trainer here at Gold's Gym. I've been training people now for about maybe 13, 14 years, full time. And I sort of rather enjoy what I do. So I take a great pleasure in making sure any athlete that I train is in the best shape they can be in for the contest they're preparing for. We actually been training about 4.5 months out in Santa Clarita at the athletic club out there. Gunther's come a long way. We first had to find out what body parts he was lagging on so we can try to pull those body parts up and make everything balance out. We talked to Jim Mannion, Steve Weinberg, to just see what they thought and what they felt was his weak points. And after talking to them, we found out some things and we tried to bring all those body parts up so that everything balanced out. So far, I think we've done the job. What happened, mainly, we started out with doing real heavy weight so we can work up to building mass for him. And then after that, we were just trying to get things to separate and stuff like that. So what we did, we go to a lot of drop sets. I'm not trying to kill him and I don't want to get injured right before a contest. So what we do, we try to do a little lighter weight, but just try to really concentrate on the muscles, focusing on doing squeeze sets out. So we do partial reps, stuff like this, which balance out for his body because more and more definition comes in. When you guys sit there and push up a weight and hold it, you're using every ounce of energy you have to hold it, and you start getting more and more lines into your body. So you can see from what he did today, how much his body started to separate more and more. No, his nutrition is done by someone totally different. This is Chad Nichols out of St. Louis. We out here just sort of observe what he's doing so that if something's going wrong, we can report back to Chad right away so we can counterbalance that. For a while there, we thought he was going into ketosis, so we had him back off the cardio so he didn't burn up so much of that muscle. So we caught it in time so his body started back responding. Well, Chad mainly talks to Gunther. I tell Gunther, Gunther reported to Chad, then Chad tells him, we get back together, and then we try to correct it and go from there. I mean, I work out here at Gold's and also work in Santa Clarita with him, so Chad can get a hold of him right away, where me, maybe a day or two before I can get back to him, see? So it works out better that way.
There you go. Pour it off. Here we go. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. Over there. Finish. Right. Take your shirt off. Getting weak now. Low carbs. Kicks my ass right now. It's only 3 more days, huh? Can handle it. Actually, for a while already. Kind of like, you know, the whole diet is already pretty low the last couple of weeks, actually.
How low? Like not zero?
No, not zero, but kind of at the edge that you don't lose size really, but you're right there. You can see if you go a little push over a little bit much, or a little bit more than you used to do, you can kind of see the energy runs out like that. I mean, you know, after a couple of pushes you're done.
Slide down, right? Ready?
And now I feel really kind of like, you know, wiped out. And but this like the last couple of weeks are actually it's every workout for me like that, you know. Can hardly do a push-up after the workouts, but hey, you know what? I think that's how you have to train, and you know, to see changes and really kind of do intense workout instead of like doing half workouts and maybe do a second body part on a day. What I usually did, but with Charles, it's actually different. He gets me all the time that far, and after that I need to rest for a whole day. That's only after that what I can do, you know, after the workouts, yeah. One week, man. 1 week to go. And we know more.
Ready? Let's go, man. Here we go. Let's roll right here. Come on. Bring it up.
Kind of like, but it automatically came to, I sit with Charles together and I say, hey, what do you think? And he says, you know, what is the reason for working out twice? You know, it seems like the first workout, it's not really like 100%. That means, you know, it kind of like save all the time a little energy to do the second workout in the evening. Maybe like if you do back in the evening, you do bicep. He kind of like showed me a workout. I even can't do anything afterwards. I mean, I really have to go home. I actually sometimes have a hard time to drive home because I'm always getting tired and fall asleep in the car. And I arrive after the workout, make sure I get quick as possible home, get my food, and I get a kind of a little rest, you know, and go to bed. Shit. Hey, man,
That gas is going away. 45 off, 2 quarters on, and a 10.